7th episode, bruh.
2. We made it. 2. We made it to 2.
This is 2.
This is part 2.
I specifically said, let's not give episode numbers. And what he say? We episode 2.
I know what it was doing.
What's going on, everybody? It's your man D Will and my partner in crime.
Real.
Yes, sir. We back with another episode of BlackDaddin, man. Where we go and discuss the family dynamic from Black fatherhood, man.
Sure.
Yeah, man. Sure. Easy money.
Oh, man.
So real, man. What we talking about this episode, bro?
So today we are talking about raising young kings and queens, instilling greatness, confidence, and purpose into your child.
Okay. Yeah, that's a very long title, but
It is. But it's important and it's necessary.
it's very important.
We ain't raising no bums.
You right.
Imagine purposely raising a bum.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine that.
We can't do that.
Imagine that.
We can't do that.
BlackDaddin, man, raising kings and queens, man. First of all, like when we say that topic, like what do you think? Like what entails raising kings and queens to you, man?
I'm gonna tell you the first thing comes to mind. First thing. So you
Tell me.
ever been Drew Hill? So you ever been around somebody's kids, and everybody has been through this. You ever been around somebody's kids? And your kid may or may not be there, but you just observing. You ain't saying nothing. You ain't talking trash. You ain't talking down, but you just observing. You on the sideline. You there, but you on the sideline. You just observing. And it's just like, man, these kids bad.
Yeah.
These kids bad. They don't know nothing. They ain't talking about nothing. It's just all bad. So my thing is raising a young king or queen is, let's see, putting them on a pedestal to where if somebody were to see your kids, what would somebody else say about your kid?
I mean, dog, like Savannah is famous for this. Mm-hmm. She's perfect everywhere else.
That's hilarious.
With grandma and grandpa at daycare, if she's doing like a class or, with her gymnastics stuff, like she's the perfect angel. Then she gets home with us and she be wilding. But I read in a book somewhere, because parents be reading books now.
Parents definitely reading books. What I'm saying? Black dads read.
Yeah, hey, we read. That they act like that because that's their safe space. That's where they can express that. So
that makes sense.
It's saying that it's actually means that you've done well as a parent, because you've taught them how to act around others and have created that safe space for them to be comfortable and be able to get those emotions out. Because you got to understand, man, we all got kids 5 and under. Like, they don't even understand, like, the emotions that they're going through.
No clue.
So when they're at home and they're in their room, in their bed, in the place that they live, they feel comfortable to express that. So I kind of feel that, like, she's good everywhere else, but she come home, she act up. And I had to ask her, I'm like, why do you do this?
Be good all the time, not just out the house.
And this is just hard. So it's like the same way where we go to work and put on a good face for a couple hours, you know what I'm saying? Or
exactly what you mean.
Or the same way growing up, whereas, you may be a heathen all week, but for them 3 hours at church,
you gotta be the perfect.
You're keeping it together. You don't cuss, you don't fuss, you don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So it's just, and I say that tongue in cheek, but I just think that, we've helped develop them to have a safe space so that they can kind of be themselves. So when I see other kids wilding out, it's a reflection of the parents.
That is true.
Because I'm like, bruh. And then this the BlackDaddin part that kick in with me.
You got something you want to get off your chest?
Yeah, let me get this off my chest. This the BlackDaddin part that kick in to me. Because I turn it, if we're close, if we're close, then your kids is my kids. I'm going to treat your kids like I treat my kids.
It takes a village.
Because you remember when we went to the beach?
Yeah.
So, quick story. We went to the beach a couple months ago.
Story time.
Went to the beach a couple months ago. It was 4 couples. Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
Yeah, 5 couples. Yeah.
5 couples, and all our kids was 8 kids and 10 adults. And we all went to Virginia Beach and hung out. So when I'm with the kids, or when I got the kids, I'm the protector. I'm watching for everybody.
You're a black daddy.
I'm a black dad, right? When I'm out, I'm a black dad. Right. Always. I can't never take that off. So we looked up, and 2 of the kids was missing.
Panic mode set in immediately.
Isaac was missing.
Well, that's one of mine.
And Bryson was missing. So I look up, and they down in the water. So that's the thing. We told all the kids, you can go to the water, but an adult has to go with you.
And they didn't listen at all.
So they took off and went down there.
The parents. Me.
Sorry, Black Dad.
Me.
It's like, nah, you ain't sorry.
Go ahead.
But we looked up and they was gone. I looked up and they was gone. And you know me, I was chilling that whole weekend. I was sitting in the chair. I was cooling. I was having a good old time. But boy, I seen them down there. I popped up. I said, hey!
That dad voice.
Isaac and Bryson, get up here now. And I took off running. And I hopped down the little
ravine.
Yeah, I hopped down there. I ran to the. I said, get over here.
Uh-huh.
And I grabbed both of them up and they both started crying.
We've never seen Uncle Darian like
Bruh,
this.
They don't know me like that.
Who is this man?
Savannah was over there playing on the beach like, I told y'all not to go over there.
Don't play with my dad. I told
you not to go. But, so, and it was funny, we mentioned that because, I mentioned that because Real didn't say anything. He was like,
I didn't even
you
know.
wasn't even, y'all, that might when y'all went to get pizza.
We don't get the food.
Yeah.
We're not even aware.
Yeah. Until you came back. So, when your wife had grabbed him, I was like, you shouldn't have went over there. And then Keita said the same thing. Right. And Burns said, like, yeah, I'm sorry you crying, but you shouldn't have went over there. Absolutely. And I was like, we grabbed him because I've heard too many bad stories about kids getting snatched up or kids getting lost or somebody drowning because you wanted to run off. So I went and grabbed both of them. And we're comfortable enough that if Savannah's doing something she's not supposed to be doing and you out, I expect you to correct her.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Again, it takes a village, people. It takes a village.
And I think we had a relationship where we trust each other. So I know what type of dude he is. I know that he's not going to do nothing crazy to my daughter to try to correct her. The same way I wouldn't go off the handle and do something crazy, to correct his kids. And I see it a lot, coaching football. I've been coaching. Wow, this is a lot of years, but I've been coaching since 2003. So the fall, I graduated in 2003 in the spring. I started coaching football in the fall. Immediately. So I've been coaching football like 20 plus years, all over, up and down.
You're showing your age.
Yeah, I'm very old.
You're showing your age.
These gray hairs are showing my age too. And no hair is showing my age. But I coach kids. So being imparting wisdom in those young men and seeing them out, and I'm going to check them. Cause I treat them all like my sons. I treat my nephew like my son, and because I had that relationship where I want you to be respectful. You're a reflection of me, bro. If your kids are with me and they wilding out, that's not only a reflection of you, they're a reflection of me because they immediately with me. So I think it's important for us to, like you said, be in the village and then to know that when we're raising kings and queens, that is not it. It takes more than just your parents to help raise them. And it's about seeing good examples. It's about imparting wisdom. It's about, it's about doing things. So like let's say the way you may talk to Isaac, I may see something I like, and I'm like, you know what, maybe I need to try to do that with Savannah. You know what I'm saying? Or vice versa. You see the way I handle a situation, and you like, dang, maybe I could try that.
Different approach.
Yeah. So I think that's just what it's about, when developing, because there's no, I hate this term, but there's no one way to skin a cat. It's, you can.
It applies though.
It does, and you can do it so many different ways. And parenting is not, a one way thing. It's so many different ways to it. There's so many ways to get to the end game. But it's just, I feel like as long as you're doing your best, you will raise a good king and a queen. As long as you're actually trying to do your best. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and to your point with there not being one road to being a parent, especially a black parent, a black dad at that, is that there like you said, there's so many things you could pick up from other parents.
Yeah.
If I see something like you said, it's like that, I'm gonna try that this time, or I'm gonna try that. So, but again, to my point, what I was saying is it takes a village. Is so my sister. Quick story. My sister has 6 kids.
How many?
6. 6 kids.
But that's a lot of kids.
Know what y'all thinking? But she had a fiance, she had a husband. That's it.
At the same time?
No. Anyway, I say that to say I helped raise the 6 kids to so much to the point where the oldest 4 considered me their dad for a while. Yeah. Now, and when I say consider me their dad, where as far as helping raise them. Yeah. And the 2 oldest even told me, look, we consider you our dad. And I'm just like, wow. I started crying for a second. But anyway, in instilling and raising children and kids, even that weren't even mine, just, I just let them know, look, y'all gonna have to do something out here. Y'all situation, it's a lot of y'all. Yeah. And your mom is single, so trying to help raise all y'all, it might be some stuff that might get missed. So that's where you come in and step in as a black dad, a black father figure, just to guide them in certain directions as a reflection of you. So, and, most people would think, oh, 6 kids, oh, they bad. They are some of the best kids I've ever met in my life.
Do you think they gave you a good head start? I'm getting super comfortable. This is a comfortable show, guys.
So it's definitely
so like relax, man. Like
definitely comfort space. So I would say yes. And one thing with my sister having 6 kids, for me personally, I was a big family man growing up.
Yeah.
As far as like my favorite times with my family was just being around cookouts, the family functions,
game nights. That's why he love game nights, yeah.
Man, no, seriously.
We both love game nights.
And to be honest, I learned how to roast from my family. Like if you came to the cookout with something crazy, and it was no age limit, you be 4 or 5 years old. You be 4 or 5 years old getting roasted at the family cookout.
Same.
And it was
Bill's character.
Yeah, oh no, absolutely. It was always a good time. But again, in having those family functions and growing up around family, having my sister having 6 kids, I was kind of, I wouldn't say I was upset, but for me, I kind of wish we had kids at the same time to have that super like it's my cousin, like we tight.
So do your kids have any cousins?
So no, my kids have cousins, obviously,
but I'm sorry, like their age.
No.
Okay.
So my youngest nephew, I believe, is 9, and my oldest son is 5. So, of course they could play, hang out, but when they get older, it'd be better. But as far as like, I wish and it's no blame.
Grow up with.
Yeah, I mean, you could say my sister had kids early. You could say I had kids late.
Yeah.
So, it's no blame, but I just kind of wish that they were able to grow up together to get more of that, like,
bro,
that cousin.
That cousin stuff. That's good. We gotta have an episode about that.
We gotta have, man. Listen, I ain't gonna say who my favorite cousin is because I got a lot of cousins, but I got a couple of cousins that's like brothers to me. Bro. Like seriously. Bro. Even got a couple of cousins like sisters to me. Yeah. That's like I'm talking about like super tight.
My mom is the youngest of 11.
Wow.
And my dad is youngest of 8. So on my mom's side, there's so many, like all of them had like at least 3 plus kids. So there's a lot of kids.
It was a lot going on.
And I got cousins. I don't know if you saw. We went to a wedding recently. And
I did see that last weekend.
Yeah. And I got my cousins. Man, we like the horsemen, bro.
Nice.
But it's 5 of us.
Nice.
So we the horsemen. I'm the baby of the group, and I'm 39.
Okay.
And it's 2 of them in their 50s, in their early 50s, and 2 of them in their 50. It's 53, 51, 48. And like 45, and then I'm the youngest.
Okay.
So I was always the cousin as a youngin' that was always like, when we go down to VA to visit them because they're all from VA. I'm the little cousin that want to tag along. They were showing me stuff. I'm riding on the handlebars of the bike. At 6, 7 years old.
Okay.
While they 12, 13, 14. They ride me around. They like, Lil D in town, what I'm saying? Out there want to shoot basketball with them, want to throw the football with them.
So they really had you outside.
Bro, outside. Outside. But I talked to my cousin about this recently, like that bond never stopped. And I think also because my mom is the youngest of 11 and they're older. My mom was only like 10 years older than them. Because my mom was the baby.
Correct.
And a lot of them were the older siblings that had kids. So like my cousin, one of my cousins that got married recently, when he was like 20 years old, he would come up and visit us. My mom was 30. My mom was 32 at the time and had all of us. He would come up and visit and come up and stay. So it's like, that's like her little brother.
Right.
And that's my big cousin.
Right.
But he's like a big brother to me. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with those age dynamics, like you just build relationships and build bonds. So it's like we're super tight now that like we just, we all got families and we all hang out and we check on each other. Everybody got stuff going on, but we always can bring it back in.
Check on your family. Check on if you ain't talked or texted in a while, call, check on them, talk, text, keep that relationship going.
Definitely got to. But back to the main topic at hand is those individuals help raise a good king. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So when I wasn't around my parents, they trusted them. To like, yeah, they gonna have fun because it's his cousins, but they're not gonna put me in no danger.
Correct.
They gonna still teach me how to be a good young man as I was coming up. And you know, if there's one thing, your parents know the other kids and they know who we are. So
you know the environment that you're
exactly
in, the type of people that you're around.
So they never stopped me from going to hang around them.
Right.
They never was like, nah, that's not the cousin you can hang out with.
Right.
They always advocated for them to be around. So as you grow up, they become super close to you because your parents always allow you to be there. So they really helped in the village, and you know, from that perspective, and helping me learn how to be a man with certain things me and my dad didn't talk about. You know, having good positive male role models that you maybe feel more comfortable to discuss other things than with your own parents. So it's like, bro, like that's important, bro.
Nah, that's super important. And even just hearing you say that, like I said before, at our family functions, like I said, it was always laughing, dancing, music playing, obviously good food, and like I said, it was a lot of cousins in my age group between. We had like a 10, 12 year gap where it's probably like 12 of us.
Yeah.
So we were all super close. And then not only that, the time apart that we would spend, where, I haven't seen my cousin for a year or blah, blah, blah. Then when we get together, it's like, bro, we gotta catch up. We got to do something. We got to go out, blah, blah, blah. So I think that as far as cousins with that family dynamic, that definitely helps, like you said, build character. And, you learn different things. And back to the point where, as far as, you mentioned him, having my sister, having her kids and giving me a head start being a black father, I think it did. I know it did, because being able to see them go through certain things at certain ages is kind of preparing me like, okay, I know this stage of my son's life is about to come. I know this stage of my daughter's life is about to come. So just being able to help them navigate through certain stuff. And there's certain things that they've told me and talked to me about that they mother don't even know. That she know now. She gonna ask you and text you, hey, what you tell your Uncle Real? Why you ain't tell me?
I was watching the episode of the podcast and he said it's something that.
What was he talking about?
Right.
So again, it's that village, it's that community that helps build that character, in the family dynamic. So no matter how crazy it is, as long as y'all come together, I think having those certain roles, and especially the father role, is definitely very important, especially for younger kids.
Yeah. Who do you allow your kids to kind of be? Let me see. Who do you allow to impart wisdom? Because like everybody shouldn't be imparting wisdom in your kid. The same way like everybody shouldn't be. I learned this growing up in church, and we got an episode coming up about that too. But I grew up in church. You can't have everybody don't need to be praying for you, and everybody.
Gosh.
Like, because some people not in a position to.
That's true.
To really impart in your life when they got stuff going on in theirs.
That's true. I think.
So so the question is: is there anybody that, or who do you allow to parent your kids if you're not there? Like who do you trust with your kids to help raise your kings and your queens?
I mean, honestly, I think obviously grandparents is key.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the role of a grandparent is. And this is what I've witnessed, where the grandparents will treat your kids so much better than they treated you.
Bro.
That's a whole nother.
They always got McDonald's money.
What happened to the food we had at the house? Why y'all buying all this? I didn't get it. You know what I'm saying? You told me it was food at the house.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I act like a grandparent now too, because I always got McDonald's money. I could use a little fry right now.
Right. A little fry.
I could go get a
6-piece nugget with some sweet and sour.
This man was like, Dad, can we get a Slurpee? You know what? Let's do it.
Now that you said something,
I got my mouth set on the Slurpee now.
Now that you said something,
black folks say, I could use
my lips red.
Yeah,
now that you said something,
I need something sweet.
Right. Oh man, nah. So grandparents, I think are key.
Yeah, for sure.
Obviously, mom, dad. I mean, honestly, I don't even think it's a
who can and can't.
Who can and can't. It's the type of person, because you can have somebody that's not related that can instill.
Yeah.
So like I know some people, a couple of my mentors that I would love as my kids grow up be able to start rubbing shoulders with either their kids or them, and just certain things. And there's certain things that they might be able to teach them, I might not be able to teach them. And again, the purpose of this show and this whole community that we're putting together is so that Black fathers can learn from other Black fathers. So like just for example, for me, as far as learning and being able to teach kids and, instill and, like you said, pray for other kids, is like, it's certain things I'm anticipating with my kids that I can wait, but it's like I know it's coming. Like I'm like, even with baby girl, like she's growing up. My mom does my daughter's hair every day.
I remember you told me that, and I was like,
every day.
I was like, cause your mom watches your daughter, right?
Yeah. Every day, my 1-year-old daughter sits still, doesn't cry too much, and gets her hair done.
But the fact that she can sit still like every day to let her get her hair done is crazy.
But the fact that my mom has instilled that in her, because it's like, no, you going to sit down. And of course, she cried in the beginning for the first couple of weeks, but now she'll sit there and get her hair done. She's 1 year old.
Your mom's setting you up,
man, and that's part of me anticipating in the future, where if my wife is unavailable or something, now dad has to step up. So now I want to be the dad to be able to step in and do my daughter's hair, but I'm terrified. That's one thing. Dads out there who do your daughter's hair, man, drop a comment, drop a like. Give me some advice. I know it's coming. I got to get ready. What type of grease? What type of comb? What do you let leave in there? What you got to take out immediately? Do you got to wash it? I don't know. I know it's coming. My mom got it right now. My mom got it right now, but my time is coming, and I'm terrified.
Need some Kimi oil.
Yeah. See, I don't know. But my time is coming. I think I'll enjoy the matter of fact, we might do a whole video just on me trying to do my daughter.
Do your daughter, yeah.
That might be the next one.
Go wake her up. Tell her, come on.
But yeah, I'm terrified and I'm anticipating at the same time. And that's just one example.
Yeah.
So, but to your point, I don't think it's
but you pretty much now, like everybody who's around your kids is people that you trust anyway.
Absolutely, yeah. Because even with you, we got kids.
Yeah,
oldest is 5. I got 3 and 1.
Yeah,
so ain't gonna be too many people that ain't super close watching kids,
or that's even gonna be around. Because like I'm protective.
Exactly.
I'm protective of these spaces, man. Like I'm protective of like who I invite around the house and who hangs around the kids. Because it's not even a trust thing, but certain things I don't want them to pick up. Or I don't want them to see.
That's true.
Like my parents did a good job of kind of shielding us, but one could say that kind of set you up because you don't see some stuff. Mm-hmm. But I think they did a great job of like kind of shielding us from certain things. So some stuff is a culture shock when you first experience it. But I think there's nothing wrong with cultivating a great environment for your kids because you just kind of want to be in control of what they take in. And I think part of that is because parents know that they're going to have to be the ones that answer the questions.
Oh yeah, because they definitely coming.
The questions are coming, and it's like even Savannah asks me certain questions now, and I have to sit back and like, cause she's not gonna take no for an answer. Like she needs some type of like answer. And as a person, like I understand her, cause she's 4. She don't have a point of reference.
Right.
Like think about you now. You 39, about to be 40. Mm-hmm. I'm about to be 40 as well. Mm-hmm. Like we kind of pretty much know for the most part. Pretty much everything that we need to know. Right. Like,
for the most part.
For the most part, yeah. But like, we were on a cruise, and Savannah couldn't get over the fact that this big old boat was just in the middle of the ocean. Like she would look at, and I'm like, me neither. I couldn't understand.
I actually know some adults who can't believe that this big old boat was in the ocean.
Bro, the boat is huge. It's in the middle of the ocean.
How does it work?
Like how does it flow? How does it do this? How did we get to this island? like what is going on? So it's like when you don't have any point of reference, you start asking questions. You start understanding. Now I use a cruise ship as a vast example, but like the same way, like you didn't know what weed smelled like until you got a little older, right? Unless your family didn't care, but
yeah, that one cousin,
right?
Come over. I'll be in the back. Tell grandma.
How come cousin James always smell musty?
Tell grandma I'm gonna be back in a minute.
Right? Why is it a skunk outside? But like, right? Oh, the cousin James. But nah, you just try to cultivate those environments, man, and try not to just make it a healthy environment. So I don't think there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that goes into the whole raising of the kings and queens is trying to create great environments, create positive environments, and keeping your kids around good people.
That's true.
It's gonna happen. They're gonna experience some people that you don't want them to, but then that goes to the first point that we mentioned. How are they acting when they're not around you? It's another thing. Like, I want people to think good of me when I'm not around. It's people that advocate for you.
Correct.
When in spaces that you're not in. You know what I'm saying?
A true testament of your character is when somebody else speaks for you and you don't have to.
That's what I'm saying. So it's those things that I think my parents got a big boost, a big ego boost for their kids, because every time we was around other people, we were well mannered. We sat down. We wasn't causing an issue. It wasn't too many times. He was getting called for school and stuff like that. So it's just a great representation. And
good kids.
Yeah, and then as a parent, you think about it now. We already have a full plate. It's just one less thing that you have to worry about. And my mom said, she's like, you know what? She's like, while we did a good job, I love the way that you parent Savannah, and I love the way that you're being an adult. And it's just like, she try to take less stuff off their plate coming up, and I try to just take less stuff off their plate, and like just that goes into the whole relationship and fatherhood and just doing that. So that's just like raising a daughter, especially too, man. It's just look, I want you guys to do what you're doing right now. Make sure you like, subscribe, share with a friend. If you feel so inclined, leave us a review. Tell somebody, man. Let them know that you loving this program. Hit that notification button, and then of course you can follow us on Instagram at BlackDaddin. Is it BlackDaddin like that?
Everything BlackDaddin.
Yeah, it's on the screen, so you should be able to just go follow it.
Here you go, right here.
There you go. Boom. Easy money.